Amazing people, this morning we are going to be sharing on this question. Remember, this page is all about mental, emotional health, relationship, life lessons, and more. Okay? And the question is, do you think people quit relationships because they stopped caring? Do you think people quit relationships because they stopped caring? I don't think so. To me, I think people leave not because they stopped caring, but because they have learned where their place is. It's not about them, it's about me, it's about you. Because the question is, when we think we can keep apportioning blames, we will never get anywhere. Learning your place will help you do the best goodbye. Learning your place will make you equally know the goodbye you never saw coming. Sometimes distance isn't rejection. It's all about self-respect. When you know your place, you maintain your boundaries and you respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you cannot be ridiculed. When you respect yourself, you won't expect anything much from others. So distancing is not about the fact that you don't care. It's not about rejection. It's about self-respect. Imagine someone is giving their all in a relationship, always showing up, always prioritizing the other person, but their efforts are met with indifference, with dismissive comments, or even subtle manipulation. They make as if you don't exist. At times you look at yourself, you look at who you are, and then you start imagining what you're going through. You will ask yourself whether you're normal. You see people go through relationships, through certain kind of struggles. You start asking, is this thing normal? There is an emotional shift that is involved. At times you may start realizing that loyalty shouldn't mean losing yourself. To be loyal should not make people lose themselves. Just imagine a moment where you are ignored or undervalued. You send messages and text messages, they come back unanswered. The messages bounce back to you like nobody is, like people see it but they don't respond. You may plan something with your partner and then it's suddenly cancelled and you are not even involved. Sacrifices you make, nobody even acknowledges it. Then it gets to that moment where it dawns on you that you have been outdoing yourself, you have been overdoing, maybe you may start thinking you're becoming overbearing on the other person. That is what they may make you start realizing. And then they overhear the other person laughing with friends saying they will never leave. They are too loyal for that. That's how they may make a mockery of you, because when you keep sacrificing, you keep outdoing yourself, they take your goodness for granted. They take your simplicity for foolishness. They take your goodness for being naive or being foolish, that like maybe they think they are indispensable because you've been sacrificing, you've been showing up, you've been there throughout. They may even start making a mockery and even discussing and laughing at you with friends that no, she's always going to be there, he's always going to be there. He does not have a choice. Don't take people's goodness for granted. So at a certain point, instead of confronting them, the person quietly steps back. That is the best option you should do. You don't need to lose energy going to confront anybody. You stop trying so hard. You stop pouring that energy into someone who doesn't appreciate it. You have to stop. Your constant presence starts fading away. You no longer show up. You no longer avail yourself or making yourself available for people who cannot even appreciate those efforts. And then the other person suddenly starts noticing that there are changes. The unanswered calls, the lack of text, but by then it's too late. They may want to start adjusting, but it's too late. You have made up your mind. So learn how to respect yourself by distancing yourself from people who don't respect you. Enjoy the time with those who value you. By the time you do that, you start rediscovering passions and then you start smiling again. You start becoming a better version of yourself. Leaving does not mean that you hate anybody. Leaving does not make you or show that you have stopped caring. It only shows that you know you have learned your place based on the reaction of the other people. It's not about you. They made you to choose your place. They made you to understand your place in that relationship. So when you are taken for granted, do you stay and fight, or you step back and learn your worth? What would you do when you're faced with such situation? Feel free to comment, share so that other people can learn. Good morning.